Greetings and welcome back to the Galley of the Sun. So, going through my Facebook feed and saw this reel that had some incredible sliders and thought, you know what, we've got to do those, but with a Galley of the Sun twist. The other thing that made me really want to do them is that King Hawaiian, as I said a few episodes ago, has came out with these new sliders. The hardest damn thing about making King Hawaiian sliders is getting that whole loaf cut evenly so your bottom bun is the same size as your top bun. Don't have to worry about that no more. So today we're going to be making Cowboy butter steak sliders. Let's get it going. Okay, first thing we got to do, the longest leg, is get us some caramelized onions. Now, we could just chuck a couple tablespoons of butter into a skillet and throw some onions in there and let them go for 30-45 minutes and have some good onions. Or we could do it the Galley of the Sun way. Use some Wagyu beef tallow and some whiskey.
Whiskey!
Oh, hells yeah, that's what we're going to do. So, I'm going to take about 4 tablespoons and chuck it into the skillet behind me. As that tallow melts on medium heat, we're going to slice up a couple sweet onions. Now I've got my grandkids here and they're hungry, so I'm going to be doing 2 of these. So we're making 18 of these sliders. You can ratio the recipe yourself if you're doing just 9. And by the way, loyal viewers, as always, all of the ingredients, their amounts, and the directions are down below in the description section. Just cutting these in thin half-moon slices. Tallow's pretty much melted. Onions go in with a good healthy pinch of salt and pepper and about a 1/4 cup of whiskey.
Whiskey!
I'm using Woodford Reserve because my grandkids deserve good whiskey. So those are going to go for about 45 minutes to an hour. We're going to stir them frequently, keep an eye on them. As that's going on, next thing we'll do is make the Cowboy butter. First step is we're going to get our butter into a bowl and get it melted. Now, once again, grandkids are here, so I'm using the good stuff, the Kerrygold stuff. For our 18 sliders, we're going to need 4 steaks of butter. Not only is this going to go on the sandwich, but we're also going to provide a little bit in a bowl to dip their sandwiches in at the end. As I get this butter melted and my onions stirred, we'll be back in just a little bit to finish up this Cowboy butter. We'll see you then. Alrighty, got the butter melted. Now let's get this together. Next, you're going to take about 4 cloves of garlic and mince them into this. So the next thing you need to put in is mustard, and we're using Zatarain's Creole mustard. Then about 3 tablespoons of chopped parsley. Don't use the flat leaf stuff, use the fuzzy stuff. Then you can use a combination of garlic powder and onion powder. We're using Spiceology's Vampire Killer. About 2 tablespoons of that. Oh, holy crap, this stuff smells good. This is my first use of it. I just couldn't resist when I saw the name. And it's in conjunction with Hell's Kitchen. So it's got to be good. If you want to make it good, now add 2 tablespoons of red chili flakes. But we want to make it great, so we're using Flatiron Company's Smoky, Dark and Smoky, which is mostly chipotle, but it also has ancho and a little bit of habanero in there. And actually, it isn't as spicy as red pepper flakes, but incredible deep earthy flavor. And the last thing you need is about 2 teaspoons of lemon juice, which is about juice for half a lemon. We'll get that all mixed up. I've got my oven set to warm right now to keep this butter just at this consistency, nice and melted and gooey, good for dipping. You can never ever go wrong with a pinch of salt and pepper, unless you're making your own contact solution. Then that's a horrible idea. Get a quick taste. Oh damn. Perfect. All right, into the oven, on warm. So these are steak sliders. Now we got to get our steak ready. What I have here is 8 beef tenderloin steaks. If it had bacon wrapped around it, then it would be filet mignon, but it doesn't, because I'm going to slice it up and put it on those sliders. So, gonna get a little bit of avocado oil on them for a binder. And then you have choices, my friends. You can use just salt and pepper. You can use salt and pepper, garlic powder, and onion powder. You can use Montreal steak seasoning. I am using Cattleman's Grill Roadhouse. This stuff is incredible. Remember, when you got thick steaks, don't neglect the sides. All right, now we're gonna go get the grill fired up. We're gonna cook these on the rare side of medium rare. I only want these to come up to about 120 degrees. That's because we're gonna slice them up and then put them on the sliders, and it's gonna go back on the grill. So it's gonna cook a little bit more. We want a final temperature of about 135, and that's how we're gonna do it. So let's head outside. Alrighty, grill's all fired up. Let's get this together. Like I said, we're taking these on the rare side of medium rare. So we want these about 120 degrees, about 3 minutes on each side. All right, the steaks are setting about 110 right now. Now I want to hit them with a little bit of the Cowboy butter. All right, let that cook in just a minute or two more, then we're gonna pull them. We'll do the rest inside. See you there. All right, we're in the short strokes now. The steaks have been resting for about 10 minutes. They're about 120, 125 degrees. Perfect. Now we're gonna cut these puppies thin. Looking absolutely where I wanted them. Just on the rare side of medium rare. All right, we'll get the rest of these sliced up, and then we're ready to assemble the sliders. We'll see you then. All right, the meat's all sliced up. Let's get these puppies put together. So, first of all, we take off the top bun. I'm telling you, these King Hawaiian, thank you so much for making these. You've made my life so much simpler. All right, now, first layer is going to be some smoked Gouda cheese. You can use cheddar, you can use provolone, hell, you can use Cheese Whiz for all I care. But we have a little bit of class here at the Galley of the Sun. That's why I'm using smoked Gouda.
Classic.
Also, Boar's Head makes a Chipotle Gouda. Oh my God, that's incredible. But I didn't want to test the grandkids' spice tolerance too much, so I went with the smoked Gouda instead. Now, normally, if you were not making Cowboy butter sliders and have that dipping sauce, you might want to consider a layer of horseradish sauce or mayo or garlic aioli or a chipotle aioli, something to give it a little bit of moisture. But I am absolutely not worried about that with the Cowboy butter to dip this in. All right, next layer is going to be those caramelized whiskey onions that we made.
Whiskey.
If you are a frequent viewer of the Galley of the Sun, you will know that the director will be very pleased with this layer. She likes the cooked onions. All right, next layer is going to be our beef. Keep piling it on until you run out of beef. And after some quick off-camera cleaning, one more layer of the Gouda cheese. Now we put our top buns on, and then we'll de-rizzle
For shizzle dizzle.
some Cowboy butter on top of it. All right, now back out to the grill. We're gonna let it go for 10 or 15 minutes, get all that cheese good and gooey, and then we'll be ready for some judgment. And today, it's special judgment. We'll see you then. All righty, sliders are all put together. Now it's time for judgment. Here we go. All right, here we have our judges. Galley of the Sun, son, Galley of the Sun, son, son, and Galley of the Sun, son, daughter. Take a bite. Don't forget to use your Cowboy butter and let me know how it goes. Give it a good dip. Yeah, dip it in that stuff. Yeah. Okay, we got a thumbs up. We're gonna let them chew before they talk. They have good manners.
fantastic.
Was smoked Gouda the right choice?
Yeah.
Okay.
Doesn't have spice or anything.
What do you say, Ryland?
It's pretty good by itself. With the butter, it makes it 10 times better.
Ooh, there you go. Cowboy butter. Like I said, if you're not going to use the cowboy butter, it's going to need some kind of moisture. Like mayonnaise or garlic aioli or chipotle aioli, something like that. What do you say, Belle?
I couldn't really taste the butter,
You couldn't taste the butter?
but 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. She can't taste butter. We'll work on that.
I can taste butter.
Oh, okay, okay. Hey, there you go. These are fantastic. Give them a try. Thank you so much for joining us. Till we see you next time, fair winds and following seas.